It's funny, people ask me all the time, was it hard, putting out the statement and talking about it? And funnily enough, it was one of the easiest things I've ever done and one of the most liberating things I've ever done. I wasn't planning on talking about any of it, and then there was a point where it kind of got bigger than me, and I knew I had to acknowledge it. Hi, I'm Joshua Bassett, and this is my cover shoot with Attitude magazine, which is on sale now. My biggest inspiration growing up was probably Billy Joel. My dad played him all the time around the house, but another one was Ed Sheeran. He still is, but mainly because he's able to play like a 90,000 seat stadium with just a guitar and a loop pedal, and I think that there's something really special about the fact that he just needs his guitar and his loop pedal. And a lot of people walk away from the show saying it's the best show they've ever seen. My first celebrity crush was Hilary Duff. Why is because I really liked Agent Cody Banks, and I wanted to be Agent Cody Banks, and also Hilary Duff's Hilary Duff. So like, you can imagine how that happens. You want to be Cody Banks and date Hilary Duff. It just makes sense. I met her, by the way, and she told somebody that she has a crush on me too, because I told her that I had a crush on her my entire life, and she did tell the president of Disney Channel that she had a crush on me too. So I'm just saying, I'm never gonna let that one go. I'm never gonna let that one down. A song that means the most to me is Rainbow by Casey Musgraves. I just love the message, and it's always like a very peaceful song to listen to. Another one I really love is You're Gonna Live Forever in Me by John Mayer, because I think that there's something special about the message aside from the literal context it's in, but the sort of idea that the love that you share and give people or have been given will live forever in you, even if that person is no longer in your life. A piece of advice I would give my younger self is not to squander my time on silly things that are futile. Another piece of advice I would be is don't waste time in toxic relationships when you know they're toxic. It's not worth it. Get out of there.
You recently opened up about being happy to be a part of the LGBTQ community. How did it feel to put that out there?
It's funny, people ask me all the time, was it hard, putting out the statement and talking about it, and funnily enough, it was one of the easiest things I've ever done and one of the most liberating things I've ever done. I wasn't planning on talking about any of it, and then there was a point where it kind of got bigger than me, and I knew I had to acknowledge it, and I wrote the statement in less than 5 minutes. It all came out at once, and I was like, yeah, let's post it, and I felt really great about it, and I never looked back. There is no right answer when it comes to your sexuality or sexual identity. You decide the answer. So if you don't know yet, then you don't know, and that's that, and that's okay. Don't let anybody tell you have to decide anything or know anything or figure anything out. Life is so long, and life changes too. You can change throughout your life. So don't put any pressure on yourself to figure it out, because nobody really figures it out. Everyone's pretending like they have, but we're all sort of making it up as we go.
And finally, which Disney prince do you most identify with and why?
Okay, I've been asked the Disney Prince question before, weirdly, but I think Flynn Rider in a way, in the sense that he's very sort of reckless and sort of adventurous and does his own thing. But also, Prince Eric, I think, out of all the rest of the princes, is the coolest in my opinion, because he's really sweet and good, but he's also like a sailor and can make it happen, and get shit done. So I would say somewhere between Prince Eric and Flynn Rider, but what do I know? Thank you so much for watching my shoot. Please like, share, and comment in whatever order you'd like.